Question 1. A technician needs to configure a Windows system to prevent unauthorized changes to system files without affecting user-installed applications. Which tool should be used? A. UAC. B. NTFS permissions. C. Windows Defender Firewall. D. BitLocker. Answer: A. UAC, User Account Control, prevents unauthorized system-level changes by prompting for elevation. NTFS permissions control file access, but don't provide system-wide elevation prompts. Question 2. A user reports that their Windows computer is extremely slow after installing a free PDF tool. Task Manager shows high CPU usage from an unknown process. What is the first step? A. End the process. B. Run antivirus scan. C. Uninstall the PDF software. D. Disconnect from the network. Answer: D. If malware is suspected, isolating the machine, disconnecting network, is the first step to prevent spread or data exfiltration. Question 3. A technician needs to ensure that a drive remains encrypted even if removed from the computer. Which technology should be used? A. EFS. B. NTFS. C. BitLocker. D. TPM. Answer: C. BitLocker encrypts the entire drive, protecting data even if the drive is removed. EFS only encrypts files tied to a user account. Question 4. Which Windows feature allows a technician to run older applications that are incompatible with Windows 11? A. Sandbox. B. Compatibility mode. C. Hyper-V. D. Safe mode. Answer: B. Compatibility mode allows older apps to run using previous Windows settings. Question 5. A user cannot install software and receives an access denied error. The user is part of the users group. What should be done? A. Disable firewall. B. Add user to power users. C. Run as administrator. D. Change NTFS permissions. Answer: C. Installing software requires elevated privileges. Running as administrator is the correct solution. Question 6. A technician suspects ransomware infection. Which symptom best confirms this? A. Slow performance. B. Pop-up ads. C. Files renamed and inaccessible. D. High RAM usage. Answer: C. Ransomware encrypts files and often renames them, making them inaccessible. Question 7. Which command is used to repair Windows system files? A. Checkdisk. B. sfc/scannow. C. Dispart. D. Bootrec. Answer: B. sfc/scannow scans and repairs corrupted system files. Question 8. A company wants to prevent users from plugging in USB drives. What should be configured? A. Local security policy. B. Device manager. C. Group policy. D. Windows Defender. Answer: C. Group policy allows administrators to block removable storage devices. Question 9. Which type of malware disguises itself as legitimate software? A. Worm. B. Trojan. C. Rootit. D. Spyware. Answer: B. Trojans appear legitimate but contain malicious code. Question 10. A technician needs to access a system remotely using a GUI. Which tool should be used? A. SSH. B. Telnet. C. RDP. D. FTP. Answer: C. RDP Remote Desktop Protocol provides GUI-based remote access. Question 11. Which Windows setting allows a user to see hidden files? A. System configuration. B. File Explorer options. C. Disk management. D. Task scheduler. Answer: B. Hidden files are shown via File Explorer options. Question 12. A user receives phishing emails. What is the best way to mitigate this? A. Install antivirus. B. User training. C. Enable firewall. D. Update OS. Answer: B. Phishing is best prevented through user awareness and training. Question 13. Which file system supports file-level encryption? A. FAT32. B. exFAT. C. NTFS. D. Extension 4. Answer: C. NTFS supports EFS, file-level encryption. Question 14. Which tool can be used to manage startup programs in Windows? A. msconfig. B. regedit. C. dexdiag. D. services.msc. Answer: A. msconfig allows management of startup processes, though Task Manager is modern equivalent. CompTIA still tests msconfig. Question 15. Which authentication method uses something you are? A. password. B. PIN. C. biometric. D. token. Answer: C. Biometrics, fingerprint, face, equals something you are. Question 16. Which Windows feature isolates applications in a virtual environment for testing? A. Hyper-V. B. Sandbox. C. Safe mode. D. Recovery mode. Answer: B. Windows Sandbox runs apps in an isolated temporary environment. Question 17. Which protocol is secure for remote command line access? A. Telnet. B. SSH. C. HTTP. D. SNMP. Answer: B. SSH encrypts remote command line sessions. Question 18. A technician needs to wipe a drive securely before disposal. What method is best? A. Quick format. B. Delete files. C. Low-level wipe. D. Disk cleanup. Answer: C. Low-level wiping overwrites data, making recovery extremely difficult. Question 19. Which social engineering attack involves tailgating? A. Following someone into a secure area. B. Phishing email. C. Fake website. D. Shoulder surfing. Answer: A. Tailgating equals unauthorized person following someone into restricted space. Question 20. Which Windows tool shows event logs? A. Task Manager. B. Event Viewer. C. Performance Monitor. D. Resource Monitor. Answer: B. Event Viewer logs system and application events. Question 21. Which type of backup includes only changed data since last backup? A. Full. B. Incremental. C. Differential. D. Mirror. Answer: B. Incremental backups save only changes since last backup. Question 22. Which security principle gives users only necessary access? A. Least privilege. B. MFA. C. Encryption. D. Auditing. Answer: A. Least privilege minimizes access to reduce risk. Question 23. Which mobile feature allows remote wipe of lost devices? A. GPSB, MDM. C. NFC. D. Bluetooth. Answer: B. Mobile device management allows remote wipe and control. Question 24. A system crashes frequently after driver installation. What should be done first? A. Reinstall OS. B. Roll back driver. C. Replace hardware. D. Update BIOS. Answer: B. Rolling back the driver is the quickest fix for driver-related issues. Question 25. Which Windows mode loads only essential drivers for troubleshooting? A. Safe mode. B. Recovery mode. C. Debug mode. D. Boot mode. Answer: A. Safe mode loads minimal drivers for troubleshooting. Question 26. A user reports they can access internal resources, but cannot browse external websites. Ping to 8.8.8.8 works, but ping to google.com fails. What is most likely the issue? A. Default gateway. B. DNS. C. Firewall. D. Proxy. Answer: B. If you can ping an IP but not a domain name, DNS resolution is failing. Question 27. A technician enables BitLocker without TPM. What must be configured? A. BIOS password. B. USB startup key. C. NTFS encryption. D. Secure boot. Answer: B. Without TPM, BitLocker requires a USB key for authentication at startup. Question 28. A system is infected with malware that persists after reboot and hides from antivirus. What type is this? A. Trojan. B. Rootkit. C. Spyware. D. Adware. Answer: B. Rootkits embed deeply and hide from detection, often surviving reboots. Question 29. A technician needs to ensure a file is deleted beyond recovery. Which command is best? A. Del. B. Format. C. Cipher/W. D. Erase. Answer: C. Cipher/W overwrites deleted data, making recovery extremely difficult. Question 30. Which Windows Edition feature allows joining a domain? A. Home. B. Pro. C. Education. D. Enterprise. Answer: B. Windows Pro and above support domain join. Home does not. Question 31. A user reports pop-ups even when the browser is closed. What is the most likely cause? A. Browser extension. B. Adware. C. Phishing. D. Cookie tracking. Answer: B. Pop-ups outside the browser indicate adware installed on the system. Question 32. A technician needs to script administrative tasks across multiple Windows systems. Which tool is best? A. CMD. B. PowerShell. C. Task Manager. D. Control Panel. Answer: B. PowerShell is designed for automation and scripting across systems. Question 33. Which attack involves intercepting communication between two parties? A. Phishing. B. MITM. C. DDoS. D. Spoofing. Answer: B. Man-in-the-middle, MITM, intercepts communications. Question 34. A company wants to ensure that lost laptops cannot be accessed without proper credentials and data remains encrypted. What should be implemented? A. BitLocker with TPM. B. EFS. C. NTFS permissions. D. Password policy. Answer: A. BitLocker with TPM provides full disk encryption and hardware-based security. Question 35. Which command repairs the boot configuration in Windows? A. bootrec/fixmver. B. sfc/scannow. C. checkdisk. D. diskpart. Answer: A. bootrec/fixmver repairs the master boot record. Question 36. A technician notices a system clock is incorrect, causing authentication failures. What is the most likely cause? A. DNS issue. B. CMOS battery failure. C. Driver issue. D. OS corruption. Answer: B. The CMOS battery maintains system time. Failure causes clock reset. Question 37. Which authentication factor is a smart card? A. Something you know. B. Something you have. C. Something you are. D. Somewhere you are. Answer: B. A smart card is a physical item, something you have. Question 38. Which type of malware spreads without user interaction? A. Trojan. B. Worm. C. Rootkit. D. Spyware. Answer: B. Worms self-propagate without user action. Question 39. A technician wants to restrict software installation using centralized control. What should be used? A. Local security policy. B. Group policy. C. Antivirus. D. Firewall. Answer: B. Group policy allows centralized enforcement of restrictions. Question 40. A system fails to boot after a power outage. Which tool should be used first? A. System restore. B. Startup repair. C. Reset this PC. D. Reinstall OS. Answer: B. Startup repair fixes boot-related issues automatically. Question 41. A technician needs to view running services and stop one causing issues. Which tool is best? A. msconfig. B. services.msc. C. Task scheduler. D. Event viewer. Answer: B. Services.msc is used to manage services directly. Question 42. Which type of backup allows fastest restore time? A. Incremental. B. Differential. C. Full. D. Snapshot. Answer: C. Full backup restores fastest because all data is in one set. Question 43. A user connects to public Wi-Fi. What is the best security recommendation? A. Disable firewall. B. Use VPN. C. Enable file sharing. D. Turn off encryption. Answer: B. VPN encrypts traffic on insecure networks. Question 44. Which Windows feature allows encryption of individual files? A. BitLocker. B. EFS. C. NTFS. D. Secure boot. Answer: B. EFS encrypts individual files, not entire drives. Question 45. A technician suspects a system is part of a botnet. What symptom supports this? A. High disk usage. B. Slow typing. C. Unusual outbound traffic. D. Blue screen. Answer: C. Botnets generate unusual outbound network traffic. Question 46. Which tool shows real-time resource usage? A. Event viewer. B. Task manager. C. Disk cleanup. D. Device manager. Answer: B. Task manager shows CPU, RAM, disk, and network usage. Question 47. Which type of attack uses fake websites resembling legitimate ones? A. Phishing. B. Spoofing. C. MITM. D. DDoS. Answer: A. Phishing often involves fake websites to steal credentials. Question 48. Which Windows tool allows disk partitioning? A. Disk cleanup. B. Disk management. C. Task manager. D. Resource monitor. Answer: B. Disk management is used for partitioning drives. Question 49. A user's system is overheating. What is the first step? A. Replace CPU. B. Check airflow and fans. C. Reinstall OS. D. Update drivers. Answer: B. Always check cooling/airflow before replacing hardware. Question 50. A technician needs to configure automatic updates across multiple systems. What is best? A. Windows Update manually. B. Group policy. C. Task scheduler. D. Control panel. Answer: B. Group policy centralizes update management. Question 51. A user reports their system is running slowly. You observe high CPU usage from a legitimate Windows process, scos.exe. What should you do first? A. End the process. B. Reinstall Windows. C. Identify associated service. D. Run disk cleanup. Answer: C. scos hosts multiple services. Killing it blindly can crash the system. You must identify the specific service causing the issue. Question 52. A company implements MF. A. A user enters correct credentials but still cannot log in due to time mismatch. What is the most likely issue? A. DNS failure. B. NTP misconfiguration. C. Firewall rule. D. Account lockout. Answer: B. MFA tokens depend on accurate time synchronization. Incorrect system time, NTP issue, causes failures. Question 53. A technician removes malware, but it reappears after reboot. What should be done next? A. Install antivirus. B. Boot into safe mode and rescan. C. Delete temp files. D. Update drivers. Answer: B. Safe mode prevents many malware processes from loading, allowing more effective removal. Question 54. A laptop is lost. The company needs to ensure data cannot be accessed and can be remotely erased. What combination is best? A. EFS plus password. B. BitLocker plus MDM. C. NTFS plus firewall. D. Antivirus plus VPN. Answer: B. BitLocker encrypts the drive. MDM enables remote wipe. Question 55. A user downloads a free antivirus that disables existing security tools. What type of malware is this? A. Worm. B. Trojan. C. Rootit. D. Logic bomb. Answer: B. Trojans disguise themselves as legitimate software. Question 56. A technician needs to fix boot issues caused by corrupted system files without affecting user data. What is best? A. Reset this PC, keep files. B. System restore. C. Reinstall OS. D. Format drive. Answer: B. System restore rolls back system files/settings without affecting personal files. Question 57. A user cannot access a shared folder. Others can. Permissions are correct. What should be checked next? A. NTFS permissions. B. Share permissions. C. User group membership. D. Firewall. Answer: C. If permissions are correct but access fails, user may not belong to required group. Question 58. A technician notices unauthorized software installed overnight. Logs show login at 2 a.m. What should be implemented? A. Antivirus. B. Account lockout policy. C. Time-based logon restrictions. D. Disk encryption. Answer: C. Time-based logon restrictions prevent logins outside allowed hours. Question 59. A system is infected and communicating with external servers. What is first step in incident response? A. Run antivirus. B. Shut down system. C. Disconnect network. D. Notify user. Answer: C. Isolation prevents further spread or data exfiltration. Question 60. A technician needs to allow an app through firewall for all users. What is best approach? A. Disable firewall. B. Create inbound rule. C. Turn off defender. D. Use safe mode. Answer: B. Creating a firewall rule allows specific traffic securely. Question 61. A user system shows a certificate warning when accessing a known website. What is most likely cause? A. Slow internet. B. Expired certificate. C. DNS issue. D. Firewall. Answer: B. Certificate warnings usually indicate expired or invalid SSL cert. Question 62. A technician needs to prevent OS-level malware persistence. Which feature is best? A. Secure boot. B. BitLocker. C. Firewall. D. NTFS. Answer: A. Secure boot prevents unauthorized OS/boot level code. Question 63. A system has multiple failed login attempts. What policy should be enforced? A. Password complexity. B. Account lockout. C. Least privilege. D. MFA. Answer: B. Account lockout stops brute force attacks. Question 64. A user reports files are missing after an update. What should be used first? A. Backup restore. B. System restore. C. Reinstall OS. D. Disk cleanup. Answer: B. System restore can recover system state before the update. Question 65. A technician must ensure data is destroyed before recycling drives. What is best method? A. Format. B. Delete files. C. Drive shredding. D. Repartition. Answer: C. Physical destruction is the most secure method. Question 66. A user installs an app that requests excessive permissions. What security principle is violated? A. Least privilege. B. Encryption. C. Authentication. D. Auditing. Answer: A. Apps should only request necessary permissions. Question 67. A technician suspects spyware. What symptom supports this? A. Encrypted files. B. Background data transmission. C. Boot failure. D. Blue screen. Answer: B. Spyware secretly sends data to external sources. Question 68. A company wants to enforce password changes every 60 days. What should be configured? A. Account policy. B. Group policy. C. Password policy. D. Security policy. Answer: C. Password policy controls expiration settings. Question 69. A system crashes after Windows update. What should be done first? A. Rollback update. B. Reinstall OS. C. Replace hardware. D. Update drivers. Answer: A. Rolling back update is fastest fix. Question 70. A technician must configure remote command line management securely. What should be used? A. Telnet. B. SSH. C. FTP. D. RDP. Answer: B. SSH provides encrypted CLI access. Question 71. A user reports system instability after installing new RAM. What is first step? A. Replace motherboard. B. Run memory diagnostics. C. Reinstall OS. D. Update drivers. Answer: B. Test RAM before replacing components. Question 72. A company wants centralized device management, including remote wipe and policy enforcement. What should be used? A. VPN. B. MDM. C. Firewall. D. Antivirus. Answer: B. MDM provides centralized mobile/device control. Question 73. A technician must prevent unauthorized OS modifications. What should be used? A. BitLocker. B. Secure boot. C. Firewall. D. NTFS. Answer: B. Secure boot ensures trusted OS loading. Question 74. A system shows excessive outbound traffic at night. What is most likely cause? A. Backup process. B. Botnet activity. C. OS update. D. User activity. Answer: B. Unusual traffic at odd hours suggests botnet. Question 75. A technician needs to ensure quick recovery after system failure with minimal data loss. What backup strategy is best? A. Full weekly only. B. Incremental daily plus full weekly. C. Differential monthly. D. No backup. Answer: B. Incrementals reduce data loss while full backups allow recovery. Question 76. A technician enables EFS on a user's files. The user later loses access after a password reset by an administrator. What is the most likely cause? A. NTFS corruption. B. Missing encryption certificate. C. BitLocker failure. D. File system error. Answer: B. EFS relies on the user's encryption certificate. If it's not backed up, access is lost after credential reset. Question 77. A Windows system is joined to a domain. A GPO is applied but not taking effect. What should be checked first? A. Firewall settings. B. Pupdate/force. C. Network cable. D. Antivirus. Answer: B. GPO may not have refreshed yet. Pupdate/force ensures policies are applied. Question 78. A technician notices that a system boots into a black screen with a cursor after login. What is the most likely issue? A. Corrupted Explorer.exe. B. Faulty RAM. C. Network failure. D. BIOS issue. Answer: A. Explorer.exe controls the desktop GUI. If it fails, you get a black screen with cursor. Question 79. A user installs software that modifies system files without permission and persists after reboot. Which type of malware is most likely? A. Adware. B. Rootit. C. Worm. D. Phishing. Answer: B. Rootkits modify system-level components and persist. Question 80. A technician must ensure that sensitive data cannot be recovered after deletion, but the drive will be reused internally. What is best? A. Physical destruction. B. Quick format. C. Secure wipe. D. Delete files. Answer: C. Secure wipe overwrites data while allowing reuse. Question 81. A user reports intermittent login failures. Investigation shows Kerberos authentication errors. What is the most likely cause? A. DNS misconfiguration. B. Time synchronization issue. C. Firewall blocking. D. Incorrect password. Answer: B. Kerberos requires synchronized time. Mismatches cause failures. Question 82. A technician needs to run a suspicious application safely. What is best solution? A. Safe mode. B. Sandbox. C. Task manager. D. Event viewer. Answer: B. Sandbox isolates applications safely. Question 83. A system has high disk usage at 100% with minimal CPU usage. What is most likely cause? A. Malware. B. Insufficient RAM causing paging. C. CPU bottleneck. D. Network congestion. Answer: B. Low RAM leads to excessive paging high disk usage. Question 84. A technician needs to verify system integrity after malware removal. What tool is best? A. Checkdisk. B. SFC/ScanNow. C. Diskpart. D. Msconfig. Answer: B. SFC checks and repairs system files. Question 85. A user cannot access a website due to certificate error, but other users can. What is the most likely cause? A. Server issue. B. User browser cache. C. Incorrect system date time. D. Firewall. Answer: C. Incorrect local time can invalidate certificates. Question 86. A technician needs to prevent unauthorized USB devices while allowing keyboards and mice. What is best approach? A. Disable USB ports. B. Group policy with device restrictions. C. BIOS settings. D. Antivirus. Answer: B. Group policy allows granular control over device types. Question 87. A system experiences random crashes under load. What is most likely cause? A. Malware. B. Overheating. C. DNS issue. D. Firewall. Answer: B. Heat-related instability occurs under load. Question 88. A technician must ensure that boot-level malware cannot load. What should be enabled? A. BitLocker. B. Secure boot. C. NTFS. D. Firewall. Answer: B. Secure boot prevents unauthorized bootloaders. Question 89. A user reports files are encrypted and a ransom note appears. What should be done first? A. Pay ransom. B. Disconnect from network. C. Restart system. D. Delete files. Answer: B. Isolate system immediately to prevent spread. Question 90. A technician needs to automate software deployment across domain computers. What should be used? A. Task scheduler. B. Group policy. C. PowerShell locally. D. Control panel. Answer: B. Group policy enables centralized deployment. Question 91. A user reports slow login times. Profile size is extremely large. What is best solution? A. Delete profile. B. Implement folder redirection. C. Upgrade CPU. D. Reinstall OS. Answer: B. Folder redirection reduces profile size and speeds login. Question 92. A technician must analyze failed login attempts. Which tool is best? A. Task Manager. B. Event Viewer. C. Device Manager. D. Disk Management. Answer: B. Security logs in Event Viewer track login attempts. Question 93. A system shows signs of a botnet infection. What additional symptom is expected? A. High inbound traffic. B. Unusual outbound traffic. C. Blue screen. D. Slow typing. Answer: B. Botnets generate outbound communication. Question 94. A technician needs to ensure only approved applications run. What should be implemented? A. Antivirus. B. Application whitelisting. C. Firewall. D. VPN. Answer: B. Whitelisting restricts execution to approved apps. Question 95. A user's system is compromised due to weak passwords. What is best solution? A. Antivirus. B. Password complexity policy. C. Firewall. D. Disk encryption. Answer: B. Strong password policies reduce risk. Question 96. A technician notices a service restarting repeatedly. What is most likely cause? A. Dependency failure. B. Network issue. C. Disk cleanup. D. Firewall. Answer: A. Services restart when dependencies fail. Question 97. A user cannot access network resources after password change. What is most likely issue? A. Cache credentials. B. DNS issue. C. Firewall. D. OS corruption. Answer: A. Old cache credentials may cause access issues. Question 98. A technician must protect data on removable drives. What is best solution? A. NTFS permissions. B. BitLocker to go. C. Firewall. D. Antivirus. Answer: B. BitLocker to go encrypts removable drives. Question 99. A system is slow and shows many background processes. What is best tool to identify startup impact? A. msconfig. B. Task Manager's Startup tab. C. Event Viewer. D. Disk Management. Answer: B. Startup tab shows impact of startup programs. Question 100. A technician must recover system after critical failure with minimal downtime. What is best solution? A. Reinstall OS. B. Restore from full backup. C. System restore. D. Disk cleanup. Answer: B. Full backup restoration ensures fastest full recovery. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to the Licensed Mind Drive.